Welcome to Adventures in Millerland. I'm Carrie.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're gonna look back on our Maui trip and tell you about some of our tips, some of the highlights from our trip, and also we are going to, well, at least future Chris and Carrie are gonna pop in and tell you about who the winners are from our contest.
Before we launch into the tips, we want to start by saying we've been having so much fun reading all of your comments from last week's video, and it's just been a blast connecting with you guys, both here on our YouTube channel and also on Instagram. And like Carrie said, we're going to come back later after we've given some more days to you guys leaving comments. We're going to announce the winners. But right now, let's go into the tips. Our first tip is about where you stay on the island. And we've stayed in a few places on Maui. The first time we went back in 2019, we stayed in Lahaina, which is very much a tourist area. A lot of shopping, a lot of really cool things. They have a big harbor there where our whale watch went out of. And we loved Lahaina because everything was so close. We could walk to so many things. Yeah. We stayed near Kihei over in Ma'alea Harbor area at a condo this time around. And we loved how central that location was to the whole island. It made everything feel a lot more accessible. We didn't have to get in the car and drive like 45 to 60 minutes to go to somewhere. It was great. So if you are wanting to explore and get out and enjoy the whole island, like anywhere near Kihei, Ma'alea is an amazing spot to stay in. But it's definitely not a resort area like Wailea or Ka'anapali, which both of those areas are really nice resort areas. For us, we love getting out and exploring, which kind of connects to our second tip.
So the second tip is just about how to choose what kind of lodging you want. And basically there's probably more than two options, but the two main options we're thinking of are a resort versus a Vrbo or Airbnb where you rent a condo. I've been to Maui several times. I've stayed in many resorts, and then Chris and I mostly have stayed in the Vrbo or Airbnb. And it is a really different experience. Staying at a resort, you can leave the resort, but a lot of people just stay around the resort. It's very relaxing. You have a beautiful groomed pool area. You have lots of restaurants in the resort.
Much more made for like relaxing.
Yeah, lots of relaxing. I would say not a lot of exploring, at least in my experience. On the several times that I've been to Hawaii, lots of the islands and stayed in a resort, it was mostly about staying in the resort. And also just having a condo, having a kitchen, having a washer and dryer, having a living room and the 2 bedrooms. I mean, just you have a lot more space. The balcony overlooking the ocean is really worth it. We love that so much. We really enjoy staying in a condo. It just really feels a lot more central point.
Kind of your home base.
Yeah, that is the word I was looking for. It is your home base. And so it's also a lot less expensive than staying in a hotel or a resort. So there are a lot of really great options for condos. We think it's a great option for a family, but it just depends on what you want.
If you have like luxurious amenities and you really like that, that's great. If we're paying for that, we're gonna wanna stay at the resort and really enjoy it. But the way we love to experience Maui, really anywhere in Hawaii, I think, is to get out and adventure and explore the island. So yeah,
which is one of our very favorite things to do. Now, we haven't been to Aulani yet.
No.
And when we go there someday, we don't plan to leave. We'll plan to just have a few days there, completely take advantage of the resort. And so really, the tip is to think about what you want as you book your accommodations. What's important to you? What are you trying to get out of your trip? And then you can decide whether you want to stay in a resort or whether you want to stay in a condo or house.
Yep. The next tip is to really pack as light as possible. For us, we packed way too much.
We didn't need any sweater, any jacket at all. The whole time we were there. It was just such beautiful, warm weather, but also it's a very casual place to be.
Yeah.
Even last time we went, and it was for more of a, just the two of us. We went out to a lot of nice meals. I didn't need really any of the nice clothes I packed.
Even the nicest place we went to, Mama's Fish House, I could have worn a polo shirt or a nice button-up shirt and maybe a nice pair of shorts or even a pair of jeans, and that would have been fine. Yeah. But that's the fanciest I feel like we needed to be.
Yeah, it's very casual.
Most restaurants are not like that.
So just pack light, pack casual. Lots of bathing suits is good.
Know if your location is gonna have a way to wash clothes, and if so, enjoy having less to carry around at an airport.
Yep. All right, so our next tip is about deciding what to do and how to spend your money, I guess.
Excursions.
You could definitely get away with going to Hawaii, going to Maui, and really not spending much money on anything but food.
Yep.
Because our favorite things have always been what's free. And we have spent a lot of money on some different excursions. The whale wash is the exception. I would definitely spend money on that again. Besides that, we have loved our hikes, our walks on the beach, our boogie boarding, our snorkeling, our looking.
Usually boogie boarding.
Well, yeah. Just the things that are naturally free in Hawaii are the best memories, are the most fun, on what we and our kids want to spend our most time doing.
Yeah, like snorkeling. We could have paid a lot of money to go to Molokini. And one day I'd love to do that. I really would, to be able to have like visibility that you have there, and it's so, everything I've seen is just amazing.
Yeah, and I think the overall point is you don't need to book a snorkeling excursion. There's a lot of amazing places to go
There's
snorkeling.
a lot of really great snorkeling spots around the island on Maui.
Yeah.
If there's a restaurant that requires reservations ahead of time, make sure you book that as soon as you can ahead of time. Especially right now, as there are still some COVID restrictions on Maui, and eventually when that goes away, you can ignore this. Maybe. Hold on that.
We'll see.
We'll see. But right now, if there is a sit-down restaurant you want to go to and visit, it's always smart to check out their website, call them, and ask if reservations are recommended. And if they are, make them as soon as they'll take reservations. Yeah. Because there was a few restaurants that I wish I would have called to make reservations for that just were full completely. Yeah. One exception was Mama's Fish House. That was on our radar, and I called 6 months before before we went, because that's the soonest I'll take reservations. Now, there are a lot of great places to eat that don't require reservations. And so don't feel like when you're going there, you have to eat at a restaurant that requires those reservations. There is a lot of places, and we'll talk more about some of the things that we didn't vlog that we enjoyed, some of those restaurants, in just a moment. But just make sure you keep that in mind. Know if a restaurant requires reservations or they recommend them. If they do, go for it.
Our next tip is about the Road to Hana. Now, we are not fully informed on this because we have never taken the Road to Hana, and we know tons of people who've done it and who've really enjoyed it, but we've never done it, and so we just kind of wanted to say why we haven't done it. All day driving, you stop often and you go on little mini hikes and you see beautiful things. The thing is, now we've been to Twin Falls and basically the next stop on the Road to Hana, which you could see in our vlog, and we've spent hours at those stops, and they have been amazing and wonderful. If you're doing the Road to Hana, you probably just stop for 20, 30 minutes.
Maybe.
And you just kind of see it and then you move on.
Yeah.
So we don't want to be in the car all day when we're in Hawaii. We don't like that idea of getting there and then having to drive back. So, and
just really quick, our friends and neighbors who were there at the same time as we were went on the Road to Hana, and they said that to us, is they loved the drive there. They love stopping and walking through the bamboo forest. Not the one we did. Like, there's a actual bamboo forest with a pathway carved through it and everything else. They loved that, but what made it hard was the drive back.
Yeah,
that made it a really long day, and so that's something that has always been on our radar.
Yeah, so we haven't done it for that reason, but we have enjoyed some of the stops on the Road to Hana at the very beginning, and we love those.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, but someday we do want to take an excursion that is really expensive. We can't afford it at this point, and maybe we'll save some money and have it be our only excursion sometime, where you're taking in a van, someone else is driving, a luxury van.
It's like 6 to 8 people in the van.
Yeah, and then apparently, because I've read a bunch of the reviews, they take you to the best places to take pictures, the coolest things to see, so you have a guide, and then you take a helicopter ride home. So, or you can do it the opposite way, where you take a helicopter there and take the van ride back. But that just sounds great to me. One, because you get to be in a helicopter, and two, it's like, oh, we're done, I don't want to drive home. Okay, time to get in a helicopter.
All right, so for our final tip, I don't even know how many tips this has been. Hasn't been too many, so hopefully this is helpful. But for our last tip, buckle up. This might be a long one. Carrie has thoughts.
We may offend some people.
Luaus.
Yeah.
Should you do one? Should you not do one? I think it's totally up to you, but we have thoughts.
We do. So we did vlog the luau that we went to, although we haven't published that, and we're not probably going to. The thing is, we just don't want to sound super negative.
Yeah.
But we do want to be honest, and we do want to tell you our thoughts about the luau.
Yeah.
The thing that redeemed the whole luau was that we went with our friends and neighbors.
Yeah, that was the best part of it.
Yeah.
It was so fun to hang out with them, to have a meal with them, and just enjoy being there together.
The experience was okay, and the food was okay. I'm not even gonna say it was fine. It was okay.
Wait, what's your scale first?
Okay, we have bad, we have okay, we have fine.
So okay is less than fine.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay is less than fine.
Okay.
And then we have good and great.
Okay.
So it was okay. I mean, honestly, it was lukewarm. It was not all that flavorful.
The even some of the meat, that was kind of lukewarm.
So, okay, some of it was fine.
Yeah.
Most of it was okay. It wasn't bad.
There were a few things that we got that we ate that were good, I think.
It's an open bar. We're not huge drinkers. We do drink a little, but we don't drink a ton.
Yep.
So some people, are like, okay, well, it's an open bar, so I'm going. Well, okay, let me just say, when you get the bill in the end, if you're there for the open bar, you could have gone somewhere and had as much as you want and still paid a lot less, and gone to an amazing dinner and paid less.
Well, something that Carrie said was we could have taken our friends out to dinner, probably at Mama's Fish House, and had an amazing meal. Not just great, but amazing all around meal, and had a great time connecting with each other and having fun together. And we could have paid their bill, I think.
Yeah.
And ours, and still would have been maybe the same, if not a little less.
Yeah. The luau that we went to this time was the Old Lahaina Luau, which is the most popular luau in Maui. We were on the waiting list, and we thought, you know what? Everyone needs to go to a luau once. We'll take the kids to the luau. We've been to several.
Yeah, you and I have been to 2. You went to a few more other than that.
Yeah, but in the past, we'd only been paying for 2 people. When you're paying for 4 people,
that's a big difference.
Let me say, you're paying for 4 people. When you add in the tip, it was almost $800.
Yep.
$800.
That's a lot of money, y'all.
That was a lot of money. And it just, until we got the bill, I was like, okay, yeah, this was fine. I mean, Alyssa had
That's you and me taking that van and helicopter tour that we just mentioned a few moments ago.
I know, we could have done that.
Yeah, for that price.
We could have ditched the girls and gone on the helicopter.
I know.
But instead, there was great service, but still, it's like they bring you a bunch of food, they put it on the table, you eat, we have a fine time, it's pretty. And then when you're done eating, then they do the show, which was kind of far away. Hula dancers. I would not recommend spending that much money on a luau. Alyssa had wanted to leave already. She was like, I'm tired. I'm like, oh no, we're not leaving. They haven't even started the show yet.
Yeah.
So it was I just really don't think it was worth the money. I mean, I'd rather have not spent the money, or if I was gonna spend the money, I would rather have taken our neighbors. I would have rather have taken them out to dinner, someplace fantastic, enjoyed ourselves, maybe had a beautiful view of the ocean.
Yeah.
But, everyone says you should go to a luau once. I think my favorite luau I went to was in Oahu when I was a kid. I still remember you see them pulling in the fish. It was at the Polynesian Cultural Center.
I've never been
This one, you didn't even see them, do the pig or anything like that.
Like I said, we have thoughts.
But I feel like if this could help someone make a better choice with how they spend their $800 or just to save that $800, like pretty much anything I could think of, I would say choose that over the luau. Like if you have to choose whether you get a balcony or not a balcony for $800, choose the balcony, don't go to the luau. If you could go on like an amazing whale watch tour, go on that, don't go to the luau. I probably have more thoughts, but I'll stop now.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
We're all thankful for that.
Yeah, I know. Usually he's the one with all the opinions.
That's right.
It was hard for me to see that bill. And of course we wanted to give our server a 20% tip because he did a great job. And it's not his fault how much it cost, so we still have to give him that tip.
It wasn't that the experience wasn't bad. We definitely didn't feel like it was worth the value of what we paid. That's ultimately our issue. Okay,
one more thing. Sorry. Lindsay's 13 and she was an adult who has an open bar but can't drink.
Well, they charge 13 and up the same price that they charge adults.
Yeah. And most adults are trying to make up the cost by drinking a lot. Yeah. And that's not really us.
Yeah.
But still, you have the option to.
She's not going to eat nearly as much. She definitely going to drink alcohol. 13 to 20, why are they charging them the same price as a 21 and up who will drink alcohol, most likely drink alcohol?
Yeah, and that's true. Not everyone drinks alcohol. I'll be done now with all my thoughts.
Moving on to highlights. We'll make this a little more fun and upbeat.
So now we're going to talk to you about some highlights from our trip. The first few highlights that we want to tell you, we did vlog about, so you saw some of this already, but we still just kind of want to reflect on the whole experience. And then we're going to tell you about some highlights that we didn't vlog about and why we didn't vlog them.
Yeah. So I think, remind me if I miss anything in this, but I think the 2 things we loved the most that we shared with you guys already were the Ultimate Whale Watch Tour and our hike through the bamboo forest and going into and seeing all the waterfalls that we did. Those were our two favorite things. Both were so much fun, so amazing. I'd say right after that, what I enjoyed the most was snorkeling with Alyssa, and that didn't include you guys, but Alyssa and I both loved that, and that was so much fun. Again, that was right off the McKenna Beach Park area.
Yeah, but even though Lindsay and I didn't snorkel, there was tiny waves there, but even so, Lindsay and I had a really fun time.
And Alyssa.
Yeah, she boogie boarded too, but Lindsay and I while you were snorkeling, we were boogie boarding, and we had a really fun time. That's just a beautiful area.
Yeah.
And just everyone should go there.
Yeah, and that's just a little east of Wailea, I think. So,
yeah. Although last time we went, we had tried to go and the snorkeling conditions were bad. So it was really good that you knew about that snorkel report this time.
Yeah.
Because you knew that it was a good day to go there.
Yep. Yeah, that was really great. Other things that we did that we vlogged a little bit of our time in Lahaina and just kind of walking through the shops, and the girls had never been there before. So like seeing the banyan tree, especially with all the Christmas lights up. That was really cool. Yeah. Mama's Fish House was amazing. Yeah. Kihei Cafe was amazing. Any other restaurants that we went to that we vlogged?
Paia Fish Market.
Paia Fish Market and Maui Brewing Company.
Oh yeah.
All four of the Paia Fish Market was probably the cheapest of all those, but really good. They catch fresh fish every day and have it brought in to all their locations. They have like 3 or 4 locations around the island. So that's a great option for not making a reservation, but still getting in there to eat some really good seafood if you like that.
A couple more things actually. U'ulani Shave Ice. Yeah. Of course. You must go there. Lindsay would not be happy if we didn't mention that. And then also the food trucks by Costco.
Yeah.
I wish we would have gone back. And then the bakery place.
Oh, dang it. Sugar Beach Baking Company. Yes. If you can go to that bake shop, it's really good. They have amazing donuts. We got some of the jellies that we really like there, and just great.
Those filled, kind of like a donut. What was that? It had like the lilikoi butter inside.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be right here on the screen.
Yeah, it'll be on the text.
There it is. Yeah. So lots of places that we love that you could probably saw in our vlogs, but just to kind of go over them real quick. So that you could hear them all together. Those were some of our very favorite places we went.
Yeah, and again, most of those things, unless you're buying food, a lot of those things we just did for free. Ho'okapa Beach is also one of our favorite places to go. I'd say also along with that one, the beach right in front of Mama's Fish House was a lot of fun to take the girls. Yeah. And that was on both of those were in our last vlog. Oh, right.
I was thinking of another one, but we didn't vlog that, so we'll talk about that later. But also another thing, I had never seen a whale before. And I know we talked about the whale watching tour, but just being there the time of year we were in January, almost any time you look out the water, you would see the whale spouts,
from
the
our
whale
balcony.
splashes. Yeah. Or when you're just driving along the road. Oh my gosh, I loved that so much.
It was super cool. That said, you could see a lot of whales for free, but being out there with them in the water on the tour that we went on, that was, you couldn't beat that.
If you have to choose one thing, I would choose that
you pay for.
Yeah.
And so that gets us to some of the stuff that we didn't vlog. The reason why we didn't vlog every day we were there, I think it was the first 2 days we vlogged. By day 3 we woke up. I was kind of feeling it, but I wasn't sure where everyone else is at. Carrie was feeling it, Lindsay was feeling it, and we all just kind of had a conversation where we just said, you know what? I think Lindsay started it, honestly. She said, Dad, can we just not vlog today? And I was kind of, like I said, I was kind of feeling it. Carrie was definitely feeling it, where we just wanted to have a day where we didn't pick up the camera, at least for vlogging, and just hung out together without the camera.
That sounds maybe kind of weird because most people don't carry a camera around. We don't have the camera out all the time, but still sometimes it's just a little distracting. We're in the middle of doing something. It's like, oh wait, hold on. We got to get a video of this. Oh wait, hold on. We got to talk about that. And so, I mean, we love it. We love having the memories. We love having community with you guys, but then
sharing it all with you guys. Not all, but sharing what we can with you guys.
Right. Yeah. But we realized on that 3rd day that it was like, we need a break from the camera.
Yeah. And it was so nice and refreshing to just have that time be ours. And there was a lot of stuff we did on those days. I think there ended up being like 4 days or so that we didn't vlog. And it was a lot of fun just to like relax and chill and just enjoy some of the stuff. We still got some video and got some pictures and all that kind of stuff. And so let's get into the stuff that we did, that we enjoyed, that we didn't vlog.
Right. One really exciting thing about this trip is that we were going to be there on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And we weren't really sure what to expect, but we were excited to be there New Year's Eve. we started.
Which was the first day we didn't vlog.
Yeah.
That was our third day there.
Yeah. So we found out that our neighbors who live across the street from us were going to be there too. And so on New Year's Eve, we met them over at Big Beach.
Yeah.
And that was really interesting. We drove out there. It's past McKenna. And right when we got there, it started pouring down rain.
Yep.
We were just paying for parking. Call my neighbor. I'm like, are you guys leaving? Because it was pouring.
Yeah.
She's like,
out of nowhere,
well,
it just started.
We're already in the water, so we're just gonna stay. So as we were walking in to go meet them, like everyone is leaving. We got a really good parking spot for that reason, actually. But once we got out onto the beach, the rain stopped.
Yep, it almost stopped like right away.
The beach was ours. There was like practically no one. So actually there's a tip there. If it starts raining in Hawaii, know it's probably gonna stop soon.
Yeah.
Stay on the beach.
Yep.
We really enjoyed Big Beach. It was really beautiful. After Big Beach, we were pretty tired.
Yeah, we went back to the condo just to relax for a bit. Oh, on the way back, we saw some amazing rainbows too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool to see all the rainbows. And
yeah, we went rainbow chasing actually.
Yeah, we did.
Look, guys, it's a rainbow. It's not anymore. Dang it.
Oh, look at that!
It's a double rainbow.
Oh my gosh, it's so pretty!
It was super
Because we
fun.
could see him from the car, and then we just wanted to get out in a spot and take a picture.
Yeah, we went off the highway to find out where we could take a cool, clear picture with the rainbows, and that was really cool. And that was kind of fun. Just an impromptu thing that we just enjoyed doing.
Yeah. And so that night, we didn't have reservations or anything. We didn't really have any plans. So we looked on Yelp, found a restaurant that was close to where we were staying that didn't take reservations.
Right in Kihei.
Yeah, and it was amazing. That was some of the best food we
Yeah, that
had.
was Nalu's South Shore Grill.
Yeah.
I just remember the fried rice was the best I think I had all week.
Yeah, and that wasn't your main course. You and Lindsay split some of that as a side because you wanted to try it, and it was delicious.
So good.
It had kimchi on it.
Yeah, it had kimchi, and so it wasn't your typical fried rice.
Yeah.
But it was so good.
When I looked at the menu of that restaurant, I wanted to go there because they had a burger with brie on it. So that is what I got, and it was really tasty, very good. The restaurant was delicious. I was gonna say, I'm gonna correct myself, the restaurant was not delicious. I did not eat the restaurant. The food at the restaurant was delicious.
Nice dad joke.
No, it just sounded like one of those, actually I was thinking it was an English teacher joke. It's like one of those things that we put like, okay. Anyway, go there. It's delicious. Very good. It as
great.
in the food.
Yep.
Not as in the
And then after that was over, we went back to the condo. I think it was maybe 10 o'clock. It's New Year's Eve. The idea was like, oh, maybe we could stay for fireworks. And the girls zonked out pretty
Including
quickly,
me.
including Carrie. I stayed up because I really wanted to see whatever
Alyssa
fireworks.
tried to stay up with you.
She tried, but she didn't make it. I got into bed only because I was just like, I'm just going to wait it out and wait till midnight and then head out there on our balcony to watch the fireworks. And from what we had heard, fireworks are going to be going off in Kihei. Maybe
Which is
someone
across the bay from
it was
where we
across the bay from Ale Harbor area where we stayed in our condo. But there was also supposed to be a barge or two of the bigger resorts in Wailea that were going to be shooting off fireworks for the people staying at those resorts. So I just wanted to see what was going to happen. And sure enough, holy cow, it was popping. Like, it was really cool to see the whole area, all the way from Kihei down to Wailea, just popping off. It was so loud and crazy, even from across the way. I mean, you know, it echoed on the water and everything else. But there were so many fireworks in Kihei, like all throughout, like up in the hills even, and like in the city. It was just so nuts. And then eventually, like Wailea started shooting them off. And those were the big ones that they were shooting off on the barges, I think.
They did wake me up, so I got to come outside and see them too. Although
it went for maybe 10, 12, 15 minutes. And then,
I would say though, I mean, he says it was loud. It wasn't as loud where we were. We were staying in a very quiet place. Our neighbors were staying in Kihei, and they said it sounded like a war zone.
It surprised me how much we could hear it from where we were.
Yeah, but it wasn't like you were in it.
Yeah.
It was like you could see it from across the bay.
Just for that night alone, I'm glad we weren't staying in Kihei.
Yes,
because our neighbors and our friends who stayed there said it was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on a couple of the days, even when we vlogged, but days we didn't vlog, there was a beach right in front of our condo called Sugar Beach, which is the longest walking beach. It's an amazing just walking beach where you just walk down it. And we did that a few times with the girls. And it was just fun. Like Alyssa collected some shells and we just kind of walked and enjoyed it. It was perfect. It was a great location just to have like a chill start to the day, just enjoying the beach, enjoying the ocean together in a really casual way.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not a good beach for boogie boarding
Yeah.
because of all the reefs. Walked about a mile just trying to see if there's any place in front of the condo that we could boogie board, and there really wasn't.
No.
So, but it is a great walking beach. We really enjoyed that. That was one of my favorite, just kind of relaxing things that we did was walking on that beach.
Yep. One of the days we didn't vlog is the day we went to the Luau. Before we went to that, we went to the Maui Ocean Center, which is an aquarium at the Maui Harbor area right next to our condo. And we wanted to check it out. We had some free time. We had like 2 or 3 hours, and we're like, cool, it's an aquarium right on the ocean in Maui. That would be really kind of cool to experience. We've gone a number of times to Monterey Bay Aquarium, which is only a couple hours from us.
Yeah, I mean, we probably go every year.
Yeah.
You don't always come, but the girls and I go pretty much every year to the Monterey Bay Aquarium.
Yeah.
So my comparison is to that, which is one of the best
Which is
aquariums.
not fair. It's not
I know,
fair.
it's one of the best aquariums in the world, and I get in free because my mom has a membership, so it's hard.
We're spoiled a little bit.
I
with
know,
that.
we are spoiled. So, I mean, this was a nice aquarium. Everything in Hawaii is expensive.
Yeah.
And is a lot smaller than the Monterey Bay Aquarium. So
They have a really awesome exhibit about whales there. That was really cool and interactive.
there's no whales there.
No, they don't have whales there, thankfully.
It's just informational.
Yeah, but they do have some touch ponds where you can like touch some of the sea life that's in there. They have some really cool exhibits with like small sharks, and even I think there were a few eels that we saw, which Lindsay doesn't love. But Alyssa and I and Carrie don't mind seeing
There's
those.
a cool tube that you walk in and the sharks go over you.
All the fish, all the big fish go
and
over
the
you and under
stingrays.
you and all that stuff. Yeah.
That was neat.
So it was neat. It was really cool. But for the price we paid, I think for the 4 of us, it was around $150.
I mean, and you're just there for like maybe 3 hours.
Yeah.
So if you don't have access to a amazing aquarium and you are willing to spend that kind of money for it, then go for it.
If you don't get the chance to go to one normally, then it's a great opportunity. And so for our last highlight of what we didn't vlog, on our very last day, we didn't vlog any of it. I did do an Instagram live from Napili Beach area, but we went to the west side of the island and we started the day at Gazebo, which is an amazing breakfast restaurant right in kind of Napili area. And we love that place. It's so good. The one bummer is you have to wait in a really long line to get in because there's no reservations. And so some people that I know actually call their order in, pick it up, and then eat it right near that spot, maybe on the beach or at one of the tables nearby. We just really like sitting down and not having to hunt for a spot.
I thought that you needed to have the coconut syrup, which is on the table, which is very important to me.
Yes.
When we left with leftovers, she's like, here, take some coconut syrup. I'm like, oh, they would have given us coconut syrup if we would have gotten takeout, because we waited in that line for probably 45 minutes.
So if you call it in, you do takeout, just ask for extra coconut syrup, they'll give it to you. And it's a great spot because you can go eat on the beach, you can go eat nearby. But we just enjoy being there, and we don't mind waiting in the line too much.
They have like a shuffleboard and a big chess or checkers set that you can play. So that's fun.
Yep.
The food is, I'd say, comparable with Kihei Cafe.
Yeah. I think I like Kihei Cafe just a little bit better.
Kihei Cafe is better, but Gazebo has a much better view. It's a beautiful view. You do have to wait in that really long line. When you're done, right below there are some amazing tide pools.
Yeah. And so like you and Alyssa went there and then hung out there. I joined you guys eventually. And correct me if I'm wrong, I think we even saw a small little eel.
Well, we don't know what it was, but there was some.
I think it was.
Yeah, I mean, there was something sticking its head out. There's also this cool little fish that kept coming back to its same little cave.
Cute.
So
I think Alyssa named a couple of the fish she saw.
And some hermit crabs. Her goal for the last day was to find a hermit crab that she could befriend. So she got her goal done.
What Lindsay wanted to do, I think she wanted to boogie board and just enjoy the beach. So we did. Right next door to Gazebo is Napili Beach. And so we grabbed our stuff, went down there.
But it was really fun.
It was a lot of fun. It's a beautiful beach. The sand is really soft. The water is pristine.
Clear.
And they actually have really, really good snorkeling there too when the water's not too crazy.
Yeah.
And I would have gone snorkeling there if it wasn't for me banging my head.
The fish would have been...
They would have had it. Oh, I don't want to think about that. That's
sorry.
gross. Oh, image deleted. Like I said earlier, we did an Instagram live from there. It was a lot of fun doing that, connecting with those of you who joined in for that. Literally, as soon as I ended that, within a few seconds, I feel like, I heard Lindsay.
She was like, Dad.
Yeah, she was saying, Dad. And I'm like, what? Well, I had just ended the Instagram live. And all of a sudden, like, she starts, I think something like bit me, or I think I got stung. And I'm like, what? What happened was a jellyfish stung her.
Yeah.
Of course that would happen to her.
I know.
I felt so bad.
She doesn't have the best luck
No.
with things happening to her.
And it wasn't the kind where the tentacles wrapped around her and you could see those, but you could tell something had gotten her.
Yeah.
Almost immediately when she said she thought it was a jellyfish, I looked up like, how do you treat this? Because everyone hears you're supposed to pee on it, which I'm like, I'm not gonna pee on my daughter's leg.
She would not have let you.
I looked it up and I'm seeing these pictures of like marks of tentacles wrapping themselves around body parts, and it didn't look like that. So it wasn't as severe, but it wasn't fun.
No, it was not fun.
So I had to come out, grab the girls and say, we need to go now. And
then we packed up.
And everything I read in the short time I had was you want to put vinegar on it. So we went to a grocery store in the Pili area, you bought like a big old giant 1 gallon thing of vinegar. Eventually, a couple hours later, the pain started going away. I felt so
good. It did take a long time for the pain to go away.
Rarely are there jellyfish stings at Napili.
Yeah,
in most beaches, it's very rare. And so it's not a normal thing. So after we got back to the condo, we made sure the girls were okay. And they were playing games, watching stuff. And Carrie and I talked and said, hey, do you want to go back to Lahaina? Because there was some stuff we wanted to shop for there.
Well, your dream for the last day was to go to Leota's Pie Shop.
How did I forget that?
I know. I just remembered all of a sudden. That was like...
Okay, if you're going to Maui, like run, don't walk, run to Leota's Pie Shop.
As soon as possible, because maybe you won't be in that area again for several days. And your husband might get really mad at you because you didn't go on the first day because you already ate a donut.
I kept bringing it up every day. I'm like, hey, when are we going to Leota's? When are we going to Leota's? Can we go today? Can we go today?
Like, we're going to be on the other side of the island.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the first day, he wanted to go there. And I was like, we just ate a donut. We can't go eat pie.
Because we were going to Lahaina.
I know. And we did eat.
Why can't you have pie right after a donut? We're on vacation.
I know. I'm sorry.
So we made sure the girls were okay, and we decided, okay, let's go back to Lahaina, and we have to stop at Leota's on the way back there, which we did, and we barely
5 pieces of pie.
We barely ate it before they closed, and I think we got 5 or 6 pieces of pie. We brought some back to the girls.
Well, actually, they're mini pies.
They're mini pies.
Yeah.
Chocolate macadamia nut.
With caramel.
The best. It's chocolate like silk pie with like a caramel and macadamia nut like bottom. It is the best thing you'll ever have.
It is not okay. It is not fine. It is not good. It's not great. It is amazing. You must go there.
Yep.
They also have real food too. So you could actually go there for dinner.
Or lunch.
Yeah. Right now they're just doing takeout. Last time we were there, we got to eat there and that was good.
You could also get pie for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You don't need the other food.
It's true. Yeah. I got a salad because I felt like guilty for all the pie.
You could get a pineapple mac nut pie, and that's your fruit and some protein with the macadamia nuts, and then you can get a chocolate mac nut pie for dessert.
Did we even take video of all the pie? Because we got
did.
5 or 6 pies.
I got some video and photos
pies.
of them. There was like a key lime pie, I think. They were all so good.
We ate some more for breakfast. We brought some back to the girls.
That was our last breakfast we had in Maui because we ate that at the condo before we went to the airport. So those were pretty much all the things, the highlights that we experienced, both that we vlogged, but also some of the stuff that we didn't vlog.
I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for commenting, for liking our videos, for watching our videos. It's been really fun to get to know a few of you, and we hope to get to know more of you.
Yeah.
You've been really encouraging. We've had so much fun.
Yeah.
It's just really neat to share a vacation, and we love it when we hear you say that you want to take a vacation now, or you felt like you were there with us, or whatever it was. I mean, it really means a lot to us. So thank you so much for following along with our adventures. We're excited that we can have a giveaway to give to a few people. We wish we could give something to everyone. Can't quite do that, but we do have a lot of really fun things coming up in the future too. We're going to Disneyland in March.
Yeah, in like 6 weeks.
Yeah, and we are for the very first time staying at the Disneyland Hotel. So we're super excited about that. So we'll take you along on that too.
And right now, we'll send it over to Future Chris and Carrie. Hey guys, it's Future Chris and Carrie. Well, kind of. It's not future for us right now, but it was for us when we were talking originally in the video.
Yeah, it is. I just got out of my time machine.
Oh, wow. Good for you. I wish I could do that. Well, we have the winners for the giveaway, for our Maui giveaway. And who is it?
So from Instagram, we have Sarah Jacoby 21. Congratulations. By now, we have already gotten a hold of you or commented to you by now that you're seeing this. And then from YouTube, our 2 winners are Holly Schneider and Jean Marie Simpson. Super excited to send you our Maui giveaway items, and we're super thankful for everyone who shared so many awesome things, both things that you enjoyed from our trip in Maui,
And for those of you guys on Instagram, letting us know where you guys have loved to vacation. So super cool to hear some of you guys' stories and places you guys love to go.
Do we want to tell them that on Instagram we're going to be giving away Starbucks coffee soon?
Yes, on Valentine's Day, we're gonna be giving away Starbucks because how else can you share the love than to give free coffee?
I mean, that's the biggest form of love that I know.
So we're really excited to do that. So check out our Instagram page where we're gonna do that. We are actually, the day we're filming this, we're heading off to do something fun tonight that we're gonna share in our next video. And should we leave them in suspense?
No, let's tell them.
Okay.
And that way I don't have to change my shirt before, and it's okay that I'm wearing the same shirt.
That's true.
Yeah, we're heading up to Sacramento to go to iFly, which is an indoor skydiving experience. So we can't wait to share that with you guys.
So we will see you guys really soon. Take care. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.